MACC will be hauling up 30 more officers from DBKL for questioning following its arrest last week of an executive director with a Datuk Seri title. The anti-graft agency believes that it is unfolding corruption of an unprecedented scale in the City Hall. According to reports, these officers may have been working in cahoots with the Datuk Seri. MACC Director of Investigations Azam Baki said officers were suspected of forcing developers to deal with DBKL for various approvals in exchange for free condominium units. He added that both parties signed SMP agreements without any monetary transaction, and the units are later sold at market value once the project is completed. Azam said developers who have entered into such deals with these officers will also have to face the music soon. Datasonic, the company that produces Malaysian IC cards and passports, saw its net profit jump more than half for its first quarter. Bottom line grew over 68% to 20.79 million ringgit. Meanwhile, revenue is up 40% to 76 million ringgit as compared to 54.4 million last year. In a Bursa filing, the company said 60 million ringgit of its revenue comes from the supply of smart cards and its components, data pages, and personalization solutions. Going forward, company chairman Mohammed Hashim said FY17 will be driven by 2 contracts with remaining value of 97 million ringgit. The bulk of the contract value, which adds up to around 70.7 million ringgit, is for the supply of 10 million passport data pages. Baraka Offshore Petroleum's second quarter results improved, but it isn't letting loose just yet. Net profit came in at 7.21 million ringgit, up by 55.5% from 4.63 million last year. Revenue rose to 137 million ringgit compared to just almost 124 million last year. The oil and gas player said, despite the slight increase in oil prices, outlook for the industry is expected to remain challenging over the short to medium term. Nevertheless, the group said it is actively participating in new bids in both the local and international market to replenish its order book. Reviewing its half-year results, Baraka actually saw both net profit and revenue plunge compared to a year ago. The company said this was mainly due to poorer performance at its pipeline services and hookup commissioning services. Yesterday, the company announced that it has been awarded a contract by Petronas Carigali to provide underwater oil and gas services. Bintulu Port Holdings saw its second quarter bottom line jump due to the recognition of revenue from Samalaju Industrial Port. It reported a net profit of nearly 30 million ringgit, which is 44% higher than last year's 21 million ringgit. Revenue-wise, it was up 4% to 137 million ringgit. The company declared a second interim dividend of 6 cents a share. The port operator said its positive 2016 first half results was due to higher contribution from palm oil, alumina, container, and ferroalloy cargoes. However, the company said handling of LNG vessels and cargoes will still remain its most important revenue contributor. Land reclamation works for the Penang WorldCity project has been delayed by a year to mid-2017. Spanning 126 acres of land in Bayan Mutiara, the 10 billion ringgit project is undertaken by Tropicana Ivory Sendirian Berhad, a 55-45 joint venture between Tropicana Corp and Ivory Properties Group. According to Ivory Properties CEO Goh Chin Heng, the culprit was technical issues. He said the JV company is now waiting for approval from state authorities, which he hopes will be ready in around 3 to 6 months' time. The entire reclamation process is expected to complete within 3 to 5 years, costing 200 million ringgit. Goh said 20% of the existing land has already been utilized to construct Tropicana Bay residences.